What's going on, guys? So in front of me, you were looking at an incredibly smart built travel trailer. What do I mean by that? Well, the folks over at Winnebago with this Micro Mini have done almost everything right. They've really incorporated technology and additional safety features and things that will make it more reliable, all in areas where I feel they should have. And because of that, this is probably one of my new favorites when it comes to compact travel trailers. So let's watch this video, see what you think about it. Hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, let's start by taking a look at the numbers on this unit. Then we'll go around and I'll talk to you about what's so exciting about this specific RV and probably all of the Winnebago Micro Minis. So this has a gross vehicle weight rating of 5,500 pounds. So whenever we talk about weight, this is relatively heavy for the size of trailer it is, and that kind of speaks to what happens when you start adding things that make things a little better, if that makes sense. When we look at the cargo capacity on this unit, 1,230 pounds worth of cargo capacity. So this right here is going to be perfect for a lot of half-ton trucks. This is really ideal for half-ton trucks, but of course, be sure you still have the cargo capacity, you have what you need, and very possibly a weight distribution sway control hitch to help mitigate that. But this right here at 5,500 pounds is going to be relatively easy for most modern half-ton trucks to pull, and it's also going to give you a better towing experience overall because it's not super tall, it's not super long, and it's not super wide. So a lot of reasons why you might want something like this. But let's start talking about the things I like. So first of all, let's talk about the slide out mechanism because it's here. They're using the slim rack slide out mechanism. This is supposed to be a very, very reliable and good system, mainly because it gives you a little bit of flexibility, and the way it's secured to the slide out box is better than a cable driven slide overall, the way that this functions from what I've seen and what I've been told by manufacturers that use this. Plus, because this can move a little bit, you have less binding possibilities whenever you're putting the slide in or putting it out, but you do want to make sure that you are using it properly though. Okay, so that's one. You have some really nice stabilization jacks down here. These are the Power C jacks by BAL. This rides on a BAL frame as well, so it's not the traditional I-beam frame that you would see. Twin 30-pound propane cans on a small travel trailer like that. That's awesome. Have a power front tongue jack. Nothing super special about any of this yet, but we're getting to it. I love the fact that they're putting slam latches and a relatively dense baggage door on a small travel trailer. You don't see that very often. Aluminum steps here. I actually kind of preferred on these smaller ones not to have the big fold-out steps. These kind of collapsible steps for me are really, really nice on a smaller trailer like this. Okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. Goodyear Wrangler tires. That is certainly not a tire they needed to put on here. They could have put the Westlake off-road inspired tire if they wanted, but they put Goodyear Wrangler, so that is a really, really good thing. Next, torsion suspension. Again, also a really, really good thing. They could have gone with cheap leaf sprung suspension, but they wanted to go better and they put torsion suspension on here. That is also a really, really good thing. As we walk around this unit, you still get a bumper, so you can throw your sewer hose in there if you want. All LED lighting. They give you a Westlake spare tire, so that's probably fine to get you where you need to go until you put another Goodyear on it. A shower in the back, which is nice. Prep for a camera, full walk-on roof, and you have a lot of connection points right here as well. Plus, I love these rear hatches. This is awesome when it comes to loading up your RV for a trip. You just basically open this up, throw all your luggage in here, throw everything you need inside of here, put a cooler with your food in, and then when you get where you're going, you can unload it, get it all inside of the fridge, and it makes the whole process of getting out there and starting the camping adventure so much more appealing when you have a quick access like this in your RV. So that's really cool. So we're going to go and hop in this thing so I can kind of jump to the interior of it because it also has a really nice feature that I like. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break from this RV tour to talk about something that is critically important if you own an RV and something you don't think about. I got Matt, the founder of Liquefied, the best RV toilet treatment in the industry, and they're sponsoring these videos, so give them a big thumbs up for that. I personally don't buy RV toilet paper anymore. I don't want to always feel like I'm bound to using a toilet paper that's going to disintegrate in 3 seconds when it touches water. Yeah. Does Liquefied work well with all major septic safe brands of toilet paper?
Yeah, septic safe, absolutely. What makes Liquefied different from its competitors is it's not a chemical, it's made with enzymes and bacteria. So it's going to liquefy your waste, clean your sensors, and break down the poo pyramid. When you watch testing on Liquefied and other brands, you'll see it break down the dog food. Dog food resembles your waste, and it will break it down within a couple of hours, fully broken down within 24 hours. With that said, toilet paper does take a longer time to break down in a stagnant, not moving around position. But the enzymes in Liquefy, it's chomping away at the bit, and then when you dump your tanks and flush it, an enzyme bacteria-based toilet treatment is going to help disintegrate that toilet paper, so when you flush, it goes downhill. You can buy Liquefied at an RV dealership close to you, like General RV, 1,700 Walmarts nationwide, Amazon.com, and our website, liquefiedrv.com. And if you go to liquefiedrv.com/SOB, Summer of Bundles, you can save up to 20-25% when you buy our 3-packs.
Yep, and if you buy it from liquefied.com, it's very likely you're actually going to have your product packed by this guy right here.
Yeah, you see the cuts on my fingers? Those are all from packing boxes.
So right off the bat, Asdale Construction. So this is a composite sidewall. They have all these other stickers on here. 3-year structural warranty, which is also really nice. And this is going to be the Micro Mini 2100 BH, which means it's a bunkhouse, which is also something that's appealing to a lot of families. All right, so right off the bat, the interior feels so much bigger than what it looks like on the outside. I mean, it really feels as if you're in a much larger travel trailer than you're in. Mainly because they've positioned the bed sideways, or east-west versus north and south, so it gives you a little bit of space back. They've given you a privacy curtain right here, and this is a queen-size bed. I don't know how high-end the mattress is. I would definitely recommend upgrading to a better mattress if you got this RV. Huge windows. I talk about this all the time. Just put bigger windows on the RV, and they've accomplished that. It's almost like they watch my channel and they watch my videos because I love what they're doing here. You have blackout shades, again, something you traditionally don't see on this size and price range of RV. You have a booth-style dinette. Now, whether you want this or you want theater seating or a sofa, that's all, you know, that's all really subjective on the person who specifically is buying the RV and their purpose. But you have really nice cushioned seats on here that you traditionally don't see on a travel trailer this size and price. You have storage underneath it as well. On this side, here's the magic. Solid surface countertops, solid surface flip-up extension on a small compact travel trailer. So you get awesome suspension, great tires, and you get solid surface. This is absolutely brilliant. Now, the table here is still thermofoil. They could have gone to something nicer, and I kind of wish that they would. For the table, it's not that big of a deal unless you're spilling a lot of water or you're cutting something on the surface and you damage it. But for this area right here, I love the fact that it's a solid surface material and it looks fantastic. And I also love the windows. They're huge. All the windows in here seem like they're a size larger than some manufacturers put in. And I really, really appreciate that they've done that. Up here, you have your cabinetry, JBL upgraded sound system. You have your High-Point compact microwave, 2-burner cooktop, so you still have some prep area. Full-size undermount stainless steel sink with really nice extendable faucet. Drawers, you know me, if there's not drawers, it's not a kitchen. And they give you a lot of drawers, a lot of ways to store stuff in here, which is really, really nice. All magnetic holds. I mean, it feels like I'm walking through a much more expensive or even a boutique brand. That's how much I like this. 12-volt refrigerator freezer. You have your bunks right here. And these are actually pretty comfortable. But when they wear out, or if you just want something thicker, you know, a great place to get new stuff like this? RV mattress, Brooklyn bedding. Anyways, that is really cool. You got your thermostat right here. USB charging up there. Porcelain foot flush toilet. Again, something you traditionally aren't going to see in this size of a trailer. It's really cool. And honestly, you'll see a lot of trailers this size with a single axle. So the fact is they had to put twin torsion axles on here speaks volumes. Again, something unfortunately you don't see in a lot of cheap travel trailers is a surround inside of the shower, but they actually put one in here. Now, it's not a tall RV, so having the sunroof is critical to getting your head in there. If you're over 5'10", you're probably going to struggle a little bit with the overall height unless your head's inside of this space right here. But I love that they put a shower surround. I love that they put the privacy screen there. This is just a super, super cool compact travel trailer. For me, honestly, like if we were going to replace the Surveyor with something, this would probably be it. The only perk the Surveyor has, and I don't know, maybe Winnebago has one of these, we have a Murphy bed up front, which folds down when it's up. It gives us an actual sofa, which is nice, and this one doesn't have that. But Aside from that, this is a really, really cool floor plan, and they're doing a lot of things right. But I'd love to know your opinion. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think of this thing. And does this thing excite you as much as it excites me? Because this is a really, really cool RV. And there's your AC unit. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very soon.